Back in the early days of aerial combat, in fact, it wasn't even combat. It was things like this, it was balloons, and they used balloons as observation platforms to try and see what was going on with the opposition. And in the usual lacking imagination way that the military quite often works, when they invented aeroplanes and they started flying aeroplanes in combat, they were like, well, we use balloons for observation, so that's what we should use aeroplanes for. And it took a surprising amount of time to figure out that actually you could probably stick weapons on these things and use them in a more offensive capacity than just observation. But quickly, that raised a bit of an issue. Now, fine, you can drop things off these, great. In fact, there's a display over there that shows you the kind of, it's that one there behind me, which you can't really see. But that display shows the kind of things that you drop from aircraft, which goes from great big bombs to loads of little metal spikes that they just yeet off the side. But the problem that they found was when you put guns on these things, where'd you put them? Because structurally, the only place that could handle the shaking and the vibration and what was going on with the guns was in front on the fuselage. And you can see the problem straight away there. If your shots aren't timed well, they're going to hit the propeller and you're going to shoot yourself down. And there was a couple of ways they found to solve this. Now, behind me, you can see two of the solutions. One of them up there is you put the propeller on the back, so that way you can put a machine gun on the front. In fact, this one had a little tub that your gunner could sit in and he could just focus on nothing but machine gunning. Great times. Or over here, you have the gun sitting in front of the pilot but pointing up above the propeller. And the idea was you'd fly underneath your opposition or your target and shoot up into it, which was quite a good way of doing it, to be fair. But people wanted guns that shot forwards, and this was the solution.